My name is Meredith Shaw. I am 34 years old. I am a high school art teacher. I spend my days surrounded by teenagers, teaching them about color theory and composition and the power of self-expression. I love my job. I love my students. I love the way their eyes light up when they create something beautiful. I love the way they discover their own voices through paint and charcoal and clay. I love the way art can heal wounds that words cannot reach. I live in a small town with my husband Daniel and our 2 children, Lily and Thomas. Daniel is an architect. He designs buildings that are both functional and beautiful. He is patient, kind and steady. He is the rock upon which our family is built. He is the one who holds us together when everything feels like it's falling apart. He is my partner, my best friend, my anchor. We had been searching for the perfect house for over a year. We had looked at dozens of properties. We had made offers that fell through. We had almost given up hope. The market was brutal. The prices were astronomical. The houses were either too small, too expensive, or too far gone to save. We had spent countless weekends driving from one open house to another, our hopes rising and falling with each disappointment. Then we found the house on Maplewood Lane. It was a Victorian beauty, wraparound porch with gingerbread trim, towering windows that let in the most beautiful light, a sprawling backyard with an ancient oak tree that must have been 100 years old. It needed work, a lot of work. The paint was peeling, the floors were creaky. The kitchen was straight out of the 1970s with avocado-coloured appliances and linoleum that had seen better days. The roof needed replacing. The plumbing was ancient. The electrical system was a fire hazard. But we fell in love with it. We fell in love with the potential. We fell in love with the dream of what it could become. We could see beyond the peeling paint and the creaky floors. We could see the home it was meant to be. We could see our children growing up there. We could see family dinners and birthday parties and lazy Sunday afternoons on the porch. We bought it, we moved in, we started making it our own. Daniel spent his weekends fixing the plumbing and rewiring the electrical system. I spent my weekends painting walls and sanding floors and choosing curtains. The children explored every corner of the house and every inch of the yard. It was chaotic. It was exhausting. It was wonderful. 7 days later, I received a phone call that would change everything. A phone call that would unravel the fabric of my life and reveal a secret that had been buried for 30 years. A phone call that would force me to confront the darkest corners of human nature and the most profound depths of compassion. The caller ID showed an unknown number. I almost didn't answer. I was in the middle of unpacking boxes, trying to find my favourite coffee mug, the one with the sunflower painted on the side that my grandmother had given me. I was tired, I was sore. I had been painting the living room all day and my arms ached, but something made me pick up. A feeling, a whisper, a pull that I couldn't explain. A voice in the back of my mind telling me that this call was important. Hello. Is this Meredith Shaw? A woman's voice, older, trembling, nervous. Her voice was thin and reedy, like she was speaking from the edge of exhaustion. Like she had been holding onto a secret for so long that it had drained the life out of her. Yes, who is this? My name is Evelyn Hartwell. I'm the former owner of the house on Maplewood Lane. I need to speak with you. It's urgent. It's about the house. About what's hidden inside. About something I've been carrying for 30 years. Something I should have told someone about a long time ago. Something I can't take to my grave. I felt a chill run down my spine. A cold, creeping sensation that started at the back of my neck and spread through my entire body. I set down the box I was holding. I sat on the floor. My heart was pounding. What do you mean, what's hidden inside? What are you talking about? Not over the phone. I need to see you in person. I need to look you in the eyes. I need to see your face when I tell you the truth. Please, Meredith, don't tell your husband. Come alone. Come to the address I'm going to give you. I'll explain everything. I'll tell you the truth. I'll tell you the whole story. The whole terrible, heartbreaking story. She gave me an address. A cafe across town. A small, quiet place called the Silver Spoon. She said she would be waiting for me there at 3:00 p.m. She said she would be wearing a blue scarf so I would recognize her. She said I would know her when I saw her. I hung up, my hands were shaking, my mind was racing. What was hidden in my house? What secret was Evelyn Hartwell hiding? And why couldn't I tell my husband? Why did I have to come alone? What was so terrible that it couldn't be shared with the person I trusted most in the world? I made an excuse to Daniel. I told him I had to pick up supplies for the art class I taught at the community centre. It wasn't a complete lie. I did teach an art class, I did need supplies, but that wasn't where I was going. I was going to meet a stranger who knew something about my house that I didn't. He didn't suspect anything, he never suspected anything. He trusted me completely, he loved me completely. He was in the backyard building a treehouse for the children. He was happy, he was content. He had no idea that I was about to walk into a secret that would change everything. He had no idea that my life was about to be turned upside down. I drove to the cafe. It was a small, quiet place. The kind of place where people go to have private conversations. The kind of place where secrets are shared over cups of coffee and slices of pie. The kind of place where lives are changed. The kind of place where the truth finally comes out. Evelyn Hartwell was sitting in the corner booth. She was an elderly woman, probably in her late 70s. Her hair was grey and thin, pulled back in a loose bun. Her face was lined with wrinkles. Her eyes were full of pain. She was wearing a blue scarf, just as she had promised. She was sipping a cup of tea with trembling hands. "Thank you for coming," she said. Her voice was soft. "Weak. Please sit down. I know this is strange. I know this is confusing. I know you must have 1,000 questions, but I need to tell you the truth. I need to tell you everything. I need to unburden myself before it's too late." I sat across from her. My heart was pounding, my palms were sweating. "What's going on? What's hidden in my house? Why did you call me? Why did you tell me not to tell my husband? What are you hiding?" She took a deep breath. She seemed to be gathering her courage. Her hands were shaking, her voice was trembling. She looked like she was about to break. "There's a room," she said. "A hidden room. Behind the bookshelf in the study. I built it when I lived there. I hid it from everyone. I didn't tell anyone, not even my husband, not even my children. I took the secret to my grave, or I thought I would, but then I got sick. I got cancer. Stage 4, it spread everywhere. The doctors say I have months, maybe weeks. And I realized I couldn't take it with me. I had to tell someone. I had to tell you. You deserve to know what's in that room. You deserve to know the truth." "What's in the room?" I asked. My voice was barely a whisper. She looked at me, her eyes were filled with tears. My son is in the room. He's been there for 30 years. He's been there since he was 10 years old. I locked him in there and I never let him out. I kept him there, I fed him, I gave him water, I kept him alive, but I never let him out. I never let him see the light of day. I never let him feel the wind on his face. I never let him be free." I stared at her. I couldn't speak. I couldn't breathe. The words didn't make sense. They couldn't make sense. A son locked in a room for 30 years. A mother who had kept her own child prisoner. It was too horrible to comprehend. Too monstrous to believe. "He was a troubled child," she continued. Her voice was breaking. "He was violent. He was dangerous. He threatened to kill us. He threatened to kill his sister. He threatened to kill his father. He threatened to kill me. He was diagnosed with a severe behavioral disorder. The doctors said he was a danger to himself and others. They said he needed to be institutionalized. They said he needed to be locked away for his own safety and the safety of everyone around him. But I couldn't do that. I couldn't send my baby away. I couldn't let them take him, so I locked him in the room. I told myself it was temporary. I told myself I would let him out when he got better. But he never got better, and I never let him out. 30 years, I whispered. You kept your son locked in a room for 30 years. I know it was wrong. I know it was terrible. I know I should have done something different. I should have gotten him help. I should have faced the truth. I should have been stronger. But I was scared. I was desperate. I was alone. I didn't know what else to do, and now I'm dying. And I need someone to take care of him. I need someone to set him free. I need someone to give him the life he deserves. I stood up. I couldn't stay there. I couldn't listen to any more. My mind was reeling. My heart was breaking. I felt like I was going to be sick. The room was spinning. The walls were closing in. Please, Evelyn said. Please, Meredith, don't tell your husband. He won't understand. He'll call the police. He'll destroy everything. Just go home. Open the room, see for yourself. Then decide what to do. Please, I'm begging you. I drove home in a daze. My mind was spinning. My heart was pounding. A hidden room, a locked child, a secret that had been buried for 30 years. A mother who had made an impossible choice and was now dying with the weight of it on her soul. I couldn't process it. I couldn't make sense of it. It was too much, too heavy, too horrible. I walked into the house. Daniel was in the kitchen making dinner. The children were in the living room watching television. Everything was normal. Everything was perfect. Everything was a lie. I felt like I was walking through a dream, a nightmare, a world that looked familiar but felt completely alien. I walked to the study. The bookshelf was against the far wall. It was filled with books I had never read, books I had never even touched, books that had been left behind by the previous owners, books that had been gathering dust for decades. I had never paid them any attention. I had never thought to look behind them. I pushed against the bookshelf. It didn't move. I pushed harder, still nothing. It was solid, immovable. Then I noticed a small indentation in the wood. A hidden button. So small that I would have missed it if I hadn't been looking for it. It was almost invisible, camouflaged by the grain of the wood. I pressed it. The bookshelf swung open. Behind it was a door. A heavy wooden door with a lock, a padlock, rusted, old, covered in dust. It looked like it hadn't been opened in decades. It looked like it had been forgotten. I stared at the door. My hands were shaking. My heart was pounding. I didn't know what I would find on the other side. I didn't know if I was ready for the truth. I didn't know if I could handle what was waiting for me. I found a key hanging on a hook inside the bookshelf. A small brass key, ancient and tarnished. It was cold in my hand, heavy. I took it. I unlocked the padlock. The lock clicked open. I opened the door. The room was small, cramped, dark. There was a bed in the corner, a thin, lumpy mattress on a metal frame, a table, a chair, a stack of books, a small sink, a bucket for a toilet. A single bare light bulb hanging from the ceiling, casting a dim, yellow glow. The walls were bare, the floor was concrete, the air was stale. It smelled like sweat and fear and despair. And in the corner, huddled on the floor, was a man. He was thin, gaunt, his hair was long and matted, hanging in greasy tangles around his face. His clothes were ragged. His eyes were wide and wild. He was trembling. He was terrified. He looked like a wild animal, cornered and desperate. "Who are you?" he whispered. His voice was hoarse, unused, like he hadn't spoken in years, like he had forgotten how to use his voice. "My name is Meredith," I said. My voice was soft, gentle. I didn't want to scare him. "I live here now. I'm here to help you." "Help me," he laughed. It was a hollow, broken laugh. The laugh of a man who had long since given up hope. The laugh of a man who had been broken beyond repair. "No one can help me. I've been trapped here for 30 years. I'm a monster. I'm dangerous. That's what my mother told me. She said I was dangerous. She said I had to be locked away. She said I was a threat to everyone. She said I was evil. She said I was beyond saving." "She was wrong," I said. "You're not dangerous. You're a victim. You've been a victim your whole life. You've been locked away. You've been hidden. You've been forgotten, but you're not dangerous. You're not a monster. You're a human being who deserves to be free." I walked toward him. He shrank back. He pressed himself against the wall. He was afraid. He was terrified. He had been locked away for so long that he didn't know how to trust anyone. He had been told he was a monster for so long that he had started to believe it. "My name is Everett," he said. His voice was shaking. "Everett Hartwell. I was 10 years old when she locked me in here. I'm 40 now. I've been in this room for 30 years. 30 years. I don't remember what the sun looks like. I don't remember what the wind feels like. I don't remember what it feels like to be free. I don't remember anything." I knelt down beside him. I reached out my hand. "Everett, I'm going to get you out of here. I'm going to take you to a hospital. I'm going to get you help. I'm going to make sure you never have to stay in this room again. I'm going to give you your life back. I'm going to give you a second chance." He looked at me. His eyes were full of tears. Why would you help me? You don't even know me. You don't know what I've done. You don't know what I am. You don't know if I'm dangerous. You don't know if I'm a threat." "Because it's the right thing to do," I said. "Because you deserve to be free. Because no one should ever be locked away like this. Because you are not a monster. You are a human being. And human beings deserve to be treated with dignity and respect. You deserve to be seen. You deserve to be heard. You deserve to be loved." He started to cry. He cried like a child. He cried for the life he had lost. He cried for the years that had been stolen from him. He cried for the mother who had betrayed him. He cried for the father who had abandoned him. He cried for the sister who had forgotten him. He cried for himself. I held him like he was a child. I rocked him. I told him it was going to be okay. I told him he was safe now. I told him he was free. I called the police. I called an ambulance. I called social services. I told them everything. The hidden room, the locked child, the 30 years of captivity, the dying mother, the impossible choice, the terrible secret. Evelyn Hartwell was arrested. She was too sick to be taken to jail. She was placed under house arrest. She was charged with kidnapping, false imprisonment, child abuse. She was too sick to stand trial. She died a few months later. She never apologized. She never showed remorse. She never acknowledged what she had done. She took her secrets to her grave, but she couldn't take the consequences. Everett was taken to a hospital. He was treated for malnutrition, for dehydration, for PTSD, for a lifetime of trauma. He was weak. He was broken, but he was alive. He was finally free. He spent months in therapy, learning how to trust, learning how to hope, learning how to live, learning that he was not a monster, learning that he deserved to be loved, learning that he deserved to be free, learning that he was worthy of a second chance. I visited him every week. I brought him books, I brought him food, I brought him clothes, I brought him friendship, I brought him hope, I brought him the truth. He was grateful, he was kind, he was gentle, he was nothing like the monster his mother had described. He was a survivor, he was a fighter, he was a miracle. You saved me, he said one day. You saved my life, you gave me a second chance, you gave me a future, you gave me hope. You saved yourself, I said. I just opened the door, I just gave you the opportunity, you did the rest, you chose to trust, you chose to hope, you chose to live. Daniel was shocked when I told him the truth. He was angry, he was confused, he was hurt that I had kept the secret from him. He couldn't understand why I had gone to meet Evelyn alone. He couldn't understand why I had kept the secret from him. He couldn't understand why I hadn't trusted him. Why didn't you tell me? He asked. His voice was tight, controlled. Why did you keep this from me? Why did you go alone? We're supposed to be a team. We're supposed to face things together. We're supposed to share everything. Why didn't you trust me? Because I didn't know if you would understand, I said. Because I was scared, because I didn't know what to do, because I was afraid of how you would react, because I was carrying a weight that I didn't know how to share, because I was afraid that you would think I was crazy, because I was afraid that you would think I was making it up, because I was afraid of losing you. But you told me now, you trusted me now, you let me in, and I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that you came to me. I'm grateful that you trusted me. I'm grateful that you shared the burden. I'm grateful that you let me help. Thank you, I said. Thank you for understanding. Thank you for not being angry. Thank you for being my rock. Thank you for being my partner. Thank you for being my best friend. He took my hand. We're a team, Meredith. We're in this together. You don't have to carry the weight alone. You don't have to face the darkness alone. I'm here. I'll always be here. No matter what, no matter how hard it gets. No matter how dark it seems. Today, Everett lives in a group home. He has a job at a local library. He has friends. He has a life. He is free. He has started to learn how to trust, how to hope, how to live. He has started to heal, not completely, not yet, but he is healing. One day at a time. One conversation at a time. One truth at a time. He comes to visit us sometimes. He sits on our porch. He drinks lemonade. He watches the children play in the yard. He smiles, a real smile, a smile that reaches his eyes, a smile that lights up his face. This is a good house, he said one day. This is a happy house. It should have always been a happy house. It should have been filled with love and laughter and joy, not with secrets and lies and pain. It is now, I said. It's happy now because of you, because of your courage, because of your strength, because of your willingness to trust, because of your determination to heal. I still think about Evelyn Hartwell sometimes. I think about the woman who made an impossible choice. I think about the fear that drove her. I think about the love that made her. I think about the tragedy of it all. I think about the life she could have had if she had made different choices. I don't forgive her, not completely, not yet, maybe not ever, but I understand her. I understand that she was a broken woman who made a terrible choice. I understand that she was a mother who was terrified and desperate and alone. I understand that she was human. I understand that she was flawed. I understand that she was afraid. I am Meredith Shaw. I am a high school art teacher. I am a mother. I am a wife. I am a woman who opened a door and found a miracle. I am a woman who faced the darkness and found the light. I am a woman who chose compassion over fear. I am a woman who chose hope over despair. 7 days after moving in, the former owner called. She told me to come alone. She told me not to tell my husband. She told me a secret that had been buried for 30 years. She told me about her son, the son she had locked away, the son she had hidden, the son she had forgotten, the son she had abandoned, the son she had betrayed. But she didn't tell me the whole story. She didn't tell me that she had loved him, that she had tried to protect him, that she had done what she thought was best. That she had been motivated by fear, not malice, that she had been broken by grief and loss and desperation. She didn't tell me that she was dying. She didn't tell me that she was sorry. She didn't tell me that she hoped I would find it in my heart to forgive her. She didn't tell me that she was looking for redemption. I don't know if I will ever fully forgive her. I don't know if I will ever fully understand her. I don't know if I will ever fully heal. But I know one thing. I know that I did the right thing. I opened the door. I set Everett free. I gave him a second chance at life. I gave him a future. I gave him hope. And that is enough. That is more than enough. Life turns around when you least expect it. Sometimes, the hardest choices are the ones that lead to the most beautiful outcomes. Sometimes, the secrets we carry are the ones that set us free. Sometimes, the darkness we fear is the thing that leads us to the light. I am Meredith Shaw, and I am grateful. Grateful for the call, grateful for the courage, grateful for the truth, grateful for the second chance, grateful for the hope. The truth that set me free.